भाइयों तो आगे बैठो सर।
Harvard Business School professor and business consultant Clayton Christensen coined the term disruptive innovation in the magazine Harvard Business Review. Disruptive innovation is defined as technology that is capable of disrupting an already established market by providing a set of patterns. An innovation that is originally focused on a niche and with the passing of time achieves a good share of the market, overtaking the previous one. A very good morning to one and all. Honorable Chief Guest of the day, Dr. D.S. Chauhan, former Vice Chancellor, AKTU Lucknow. Our esteemed guest of honor, Professor M.M. Gore, Professor Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology, Allahabad, Prayagraj, India. Professor Ashish Kumar Singh, Professor Department of Electrical Engineering, Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology, Allahabad, Prayagraj, India. He is also the Vice Chair, Strategic Planning 2023 at IEEE India Council. Our respected keynote speakers for today, Dr. Arun Sharma, Professor and Dean Examination, IGDTUW, New Delhi. Professor Alan Paul Estevan, GS Professor, Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology, Philippines. Our distinguished guest, Professor Parmanand, Dean Academics, Sharda University. Dr. Dheeraj Gupta, Director, GNIOT. Professor Sunil Kumar, Director, IEC. Dr. Munish Sabrawal, Dean SCSC, Galgotia University. General Chair, Respected Director, GLB ITM, Dr. Manas Mishra ji. The Conference Chair, Dr. Sansar Singh Chauhan, Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, GLB ITM. Dr. Ruth Pratap Oja, Professor and Planning Head, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, GLB ITM. Dr. Naresh Kumar, Dean Allied CS, GLB ITM, and Conference Secretary Dr. Shashank Avasthi, Professor and Dean Strategy, GLB ITM. Various head of the departments, my faculty colleagues, and dear students. We are honored and privileged by the gracious presence of these esteemed dignitaries amongst us. Please give them a big round of applause. I, Subia Zaidi, welcome you all to the inaugural session of the first International Conference on Disruptive Technology, ICDT 2023, organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, GLB ITM, Greater Noida. Technical co-sponsor, IEEE UP Section, India. Over the next 2 days, the conference looks forward to provide an outstanding international venue for exchanging knowledge and achievements in disruptive technology using AI, blockchain, IoT, augmented reality, to name a few. I'm proud to share that this year we received an overwhelming response of over 800 research papers, out of which 160 were selected and will be presented at the conference. So without making you wait further, I will now start with the welcome ceremony. I would request our Honorable Director, Sir of GLB ITM, Dr. Manas Kumar Mishra ji, to welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. D.S. Chauhan, by presenting him a sapling as a token of life and growth. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for being with us. I would now request Dean Strategy, Dr. Shashank Avasthi, to welcome our guest of honor, Professor M.M. Gore, MNNIT, Allahabad. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for being with us. I will now request Dean Allied CSC, Dr. Naresh Kumar, to please welcome our next guest of honor, Professor Ashish Kumar Singh. NNIT, Allahabad. I would request Dr. Sansar Singh Chauhan, Professor and Head CSE, to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Arun Sharma. Sir is not here, is joining us shortly. I request Sir to please welcome our next keynote speaker, Professor Alan Paul Estevan. Thank you, sir. We also have with us some of our distinguished guests. I would request Dr. Mahavir Singh Naruka to please welcome Professor Parmanand, Dean Academics, Sharda University. I thank you all for being a part of this grand event at GLB ITM. Every event needs the blessing of Ma Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. It is time for the auspicious lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Ma. Mother, we pray for your blessings with all humility. I request all our dignitaries to please come forward to light the lamp. Thank you, everyone. Now, I would request our esteemed dignitaries to please join us on the dais. Professor Ashish Kumar Singh, our guest of honor. Professor M.M. Gore, guest of honor. Our honorable chief guest of the day, Dr. D.S. Chauhan ji. Respected General Chair Director, GLB ITM, Dr. Manas Kumar Mishra ji. Respected Conference Secretary, Dream Strategy, Dr. Shashank Avasthi. Professor in Head CSE, Dr. Sansar Singh Chauhan. And Dean Allied CSE, Dr. Naresh Kumar. Please join us on the dais. Thank you, everyone. Moving on, I would now invite our respected Conference General Chair, Dr. Manas Kumar Mishra ji, Director GLB ITM, for the welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. First of all, I wish you a very happy National Technology Day. And it's such a wonderful coincidence that when India is celebrating the National Technological Week, we start this wonderful conference. Honorable Chief Guest of the function, Professor D.S. Chauhan ji. Esteemed Guest of Honors, Professor M.M. Gore ji, Professor Ashish Kumar Singh ji. Distinguished guests, Professor Parmanand ji, keynote speakers, Dr. Arun and Dr. Ellen, various deans and directors of the institute, heads of department, my dear colleagues, faculty members, students, participants, in particular the authors from Malaysia and Philippines. On behalf of entire GL Bajaj fraternity, on behalf of the management, the organizing team, and on my own behalf, it is my proud privilege to welcome you all to this wonderful conference scheduled for 2 days starting from today, which is known as International Conference on Disruptive Technologies. A very warm welcome to all of you, and great that you were privileged that you found time from a busy schedule to grace this occasion. Your presence means a lot to the conference and to the host institute as a whole. Being the director of the host institute, it's my duty to introduce the institute to the gathering. We started our journey in 2005. In the short span from 2005 to 2023, we have been ranked for 4 times listed in NIRF, and for last 2 years we have been ranked in the top 200 colleges in engineering. We have been identified as one of the Nidhi Prize Center by DST. We are ranked in excellent band in ARIA ranking. We are also honored with the highest star rating in IIC activities. We have been a mentor institute in IIC also. We are part of Atal Tinkering innovation scheme as well. We have been privileged to have a idea lab from AICT. We have a lot of advanced labs which are used more than the beyond curriculum. It gives a platform for the student to hone their skills and practice technological endeavors which eventually lead to some sort of a patent or product. In terms of patent, we have got around 200 patents published or granted, both in international and in national level. We have got around 1200 publications, Scopus indexed, both ACI and Scopus combined together, around 1200 in the last 4 years. So these are a few of the achievements that has been done over the year and made GL Bajaj a name which is still trying to find out its own potential and try to realize it to the maximum. Now for the conference, it is a privilege to welcome the guest of honor, Professor Ashish Kumar Singh, and it is my again, it's such a beautiful coincidence that when I when I stand here to welcome the guests over here are or have played key roles in my journey over the year, and I'm overwhelmed by their presence as well as a little nervous, kind of, because when you are going to tell or going to welcome people who has influenced your life for a longer period, you tend to become a little nervous to do that, and I have the same feeling. So Professor Ashish Kumar Singh comes from MNNIT Allahabad, where I have done my PG as well as PhD program. Though the department were different, he hails from electrical engineering, and I was doing my persuasion in computer science. But Dr. Singh has been very prominent in his contributions. He is a man who ventures into research related to non-conventional energy sources, microgrid. Just to make you realize his contribution in the non-conventional energy, he has been the principal investigator for a project with UP Police for the solar cell implementation as a consultant with a project cost of more than 61 crores. So that indicates the volume of contribution that he has made. A researcher with more than 120 papers, close to 1800 citations, very strong contributor in terms of IEEE, one of our technical co-sponsors. In IEEE UP section, Sir has played the role of vice chair for 2 years. He was the chair for 2 years. Now is the vice chair for the India Council as well. And so Professor Singh brings in all the expertise of a researcher plus a lot of experience in terms of research community or professional community development. So it's a proud privilege to have you here, sir. I welcome you to the occasion, and I'm pretty sure the people who are listening to us both online and offline, they will be immensely benefited by your talk. The next guest of honor, Professor Aman Gore. He happens to be as I said about my journey about PG and PhD, he happens to be my supervisor on both the occasions. So you can easily understand whatever I am today, there's a tremendous impact of Professor Gore in shaping up the whole persona as a professional persona of mine, what I am today. So it is a proud privilege to have you here, sir, and I am really honored and blessed that I'm standing here as the head of the institute with your blessings to welcome you here. When you reflect the journey of Professor Gore, apart from he being the dean, currently sir is also dean faculty welfare. He has played the role of dean student welfare, dean planning, dean research allocation, and international affair, head of computer science center, and so on and so forth. Other things. Probably at Motilal, he was also in charge of student activity center. So all aspects of the holistic development of the student. Some point of time he has holds positions on that. Apart from that experience, I will try to bring you the context in which I want to introduce him. When we were pursuing our PG program somewhere around 2000, we now talk a lot about professional ethics, publication ethics, plagiarism. These are new buzzwords, right? But way back in 2000, with a PG class where PG students were not very much inclined to publication. I still remember Professor Gore giving lectures on IEEE professional ethics, the various sermons, and make sure that we go through that rigorously and submit an assignment on that. That goes to show that the kind of professional ethics he brings in or he articulate with the student. And just to add to it, sir, with your permission, someday I was going through Quora, and there was a question, who was the best faculty in CSE in MNNIT? And one of the answer actually surprised me pleasantly. There it was mentioned that out of the lot, Professor Gore is the most professional one. So all these professional journeys probably will have a brushing effect on all the people who will have the pleasure to listen to him. I welcome you to again on this occasion, sir. It's a pleasure to have you here. Now it is my utmost duty to welcome Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Professor D.S. Chauhanji. To introduce Professor Chauhan, probably 10 minutes would be a shorter time. Is the former, we could write only one line, like former Vice Chancellor of AKTU. But he was a former Vice Chancellor of AKTU, Uttarakhand Technical University, LPU, JP University, GLA University. He is now the Pro Chancellor of GLA University. So, I always wondered that with a human being's lifespan, it is very difficult to achieve or be a Vice Chancellor of 4-5 universities, and that he was also director of KNIT Sultanpur, and you can go on the administrative roles. Why I'm narrating this administrative roles, you can realize that any institute, the culture starts flowing from top to bottom. So if the Vice Chancellor, being the Vice Chancellor, he has that power and responsibility to impact the culture of these institutes. And particularly with AKTU and UP Technical University, Uttarakhand Technical University, sir has been the founding Vice Chancellor. So whatever shape we are having with AKTU and Uttarakhand, a lot of credit goes to Professor Chauhan and his tenure there. Primarily for those who are from Malaysia and Indonesia, just to speak about the volume of AKTU. AKTU is Dr. Abdul Kalam Technical University. It's the central university of UP state. And the volume is, we have got some 700 to 800 institutes affiliated under that university. So around 1 million graduates may be coming every year. So that kind of the volume we're talking about. And my association with Professor Chauhan is during my tenure at GLA University when he was the Vice Chancellor. And sir also have a postdoctoral, and if you look into his study profile, you will realize that he has done his, if I'm not wrong, post-graduation from Tiruchirappalli, and PhD from IIT Delhi, then postdoctoral from association in Maryland. So he brings all the culture from, and he basically hails from UP, but most of the time spent his time in Rajasthan. So a lot of okay, sorry. So he brings a lot of cultural diversity as well, and probably is one of the best orators you will find. And you throw him any topic. I have never found sir saying that I am not aware of this. So he will come up with starting from Vivekananda to Gita to philosophy, technology. You talk about anything. I always found it surprising and what do you say? Very sometimes envious also. To see how somebody can be so much learner, so much time to study and and a very knack of looking the things in a different perspective. If you spend time with him for a quite decent amount of time, you will realize that that how you can present the most difficult communication, how you can articulate the most difficult communication in a very humorous way. So it is always have been a pleasure to listen to you, sir, and I hope that the things which I am sharing, probably after those who are the first time listener, after listening to your talk today, probably they will be able to reciprocate my feeling. So it's a great honor and privilege to have you here, sir. Thank you for finding time and blessing the occasion. Now, on the conference side, as already the Master of Ceremony mentioned, we are focusing on disruptive technologies. The Harvard professor has coined this term, and this term obviously indicates that a technology which can impact a particular field which is having a low market value and propel it to a very high level of market value. And when we talk about disruptive technology, the key terms that will come to your mind are obviously artificial intelligence and machine learning, blockchain, 3D printing, IoT. You can talk about AR, VR, or advanced augmented reality. You can talk about cloud also, cloud where we are talking about cloud as a service. That platform has gone up. You can talk about, say electric vehicles can also be a disruptive technology to impact, and so many. Out of that, I really congratulate the organizing team who has coined this term, and this particular theme gives us a freedom to change the topic over the year, right? So when we say disruptive technology, we are not bounding anything to a particular technology only, and the technology can keep on changing year by year, and in the next editions we can adopt new technologies which are currently having disruptive innovation potential. This year we have taken 5 such technologies and innovations. So one is AI, one is blockchain, the other one is AR, VR, 3D printing, and IoT. So as already pointed out, we got a very good response. So we got response from across the globe, and after meticulous scrutiny, we were able to figure out 160 odd papers to be presented. In the next 2 days, I expect all the presentation and the keynote speakers will make you realize the true potential of these disruptive technologies and will stimulate all those who are doing research in these areas to contribute more. And together, I hope that these 2 days will make a big impact in your research potential, and in turn it will have an impact on the technological growth of India and the whole state of art. With these words, I welcome all of you to this occasion, and thank you for finding time, and wish the conference a great success. Thank you. Have a great day, Chairman.
Thank you, sir, for these details and the kind words. I would now invite a respected conference chair, Dr. Sansar Singh Chauhan, Professor Head CSC, for apprising us to the conference theme.
Honorable Chief Guest, Guest of Honors, Director Sir, Keynote Speakers, guests from other institutes, Session Chairs, Authors, Deans, HOD, faculty members, and my dear students. A very good morning. It's my great pleasure to present theme and briefing of the International Conference on Disruptive Technology, organized by Department of Computer Science and Engineering and technically co-sponsored by IEEE UP section. The theme of the conference is Disruptive Technology, which is divided into 5 tracks, that is artificial intelligence, blockchain, AR, VR, 3D printing, and IoT. In this conference, we have received 827 research paper, which includes 29 research paper from 7 other countries. All research paper were blind reviewed by the 3 reviewers. In review process, 538 reviewers were involved. Out of 827 research papers, 157 papers were accepted for presentation and further after presentation for publication. Or we can say that the acceptance rate is 19%. I am happy to share that this conference was in hybrid mode, online as well as offline, but still 6 authors from other country came to GL Bajaj to present the papers offline. The presentation of the accepted paper will be conducted in hybrid mode. Presentation are divided into total of 20 sessions. These 20 sessions include 2 special sessions. One is IEEE Young Professional and one IEEE Women in Engineering. Out of 20 sessions, 12 will be conducted today and 8 sessions will be conducted tomorrow. All accepted and presented paper will be published in IEEE Explore and indexed in Scopus. I thank you all for coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Well, our first guest of honor for the day is Professor Ashish Kumar Singh. Dr. Ashish is a highly accomplished professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering at Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology, Allahabad, Prayagraj, India. He is currently the Vice Chair of Strategic Planning 2023 at IEEE India Council. He has a diverse educational background, including B.Tech in Electrical Engineering from Harcourt Butler Technology Institute, Kanpur, and M.Tech in Control Systems from National Institute of Technology, formerly known as REC, Kurukshetra, and a PhD from Department of Electronics and Computer Engineering at IIT Roorkee. So without making you wait further, I'd request sir to please come on the mic for his words.
Thank you. So, good morning to all of you. Respected Professor D.S. Chauhanji, our Chief Guest for today's function. Respected Professor Gore and Honorable Director Sahab and other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my dear colleagues, friends, participants for this conference, and my fellow IEEE volunteers. It is really a matter of pleasure for me that I am here with you and getting an opportunity to interact with you. I'm really thankful to the organizers for this. And this conference, International Conference on Disruptive Technologies, ICDT 2023, which is giving us a platform to share these moments with you, is being organized at GL Bajaj Institute of Technology and Management, Greater Noida, during 11th and 12th May 2023. The GL Bajaj ITM is known as one of the best institutions in Uttar Pradesh and India, offering academic excellence in various domains. This is not my first visit to this institution. I have been several times to this institution, and I have always been impressed by the outstanding faculty members and the talented graduate students also, whom I have interacted several times, the high-level education programs, the well-established labs, and the key research laboratories and projects in this institute as highlighted by the director. I am thankful to the leadership of the institute and the organizers of the conference for inviting me to this platform to interact with global technology leaders, industry experts, researchers, and my IEEE voluntary colleagues. The ICDT 2023 is technically supported by IEEE Uttar Pradesh section, and I belong to IEEE Uttar Pradesh section as its volunteer. So IEEE Uttar Pradesh section is determined to work closely with GL Bajaj ITM to leverage each other's strengths to achieve mutual benefits under the leadership of our section chair, Dr. Satish Singh ji. Dr. Satish Singh as a chair has himself taken the lead in reaching out to the IEEE volunteers of the section and engaging them continuously for their professional growth. Through ICDT 2023, we are proud to be associated with GL Bajaj ITM. As a representative of IEEE, please allow me to say a few words about IEEE. IEEE stands for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. The association is chartered under this name and it is the full legal name. IEEE is world's largest technical professional organization dedicated to advancing technology for the benefit of humanity. And this is the key statement which is mentioned everywhere. This is the key target for organizing such events, achieve this. IEEE has its roots with the formation of organization named American Institute of Electrical Engineers in 1884. So this organization has its roots more than 100 years old. And then in 1912, so the first society was related to the wired things, and the second society, that named as the Institute of Radio Engineers, that is IRE, was formed in 1912. The AIEE, the first society, focused on electrical power primarily, and its secondary focus was on wired communication, the telegraph and telephone both. The IRE, which was established around 32 years later or 30 years later, that was modeled on AIEE but was devoted to radio and then broadly to electronics. On January 1, 1963, the AIEE and IRE merged to form IEEE. At its formation in 1963, IEEE had 150,000 members only, and out of those 150,000, 140,000 were from the US only, United States of America. Only 10,000 were in the remaining part of the globe. Today, IEEE and its member inspire a global community to innovate for a better tomorrow through its more than 419,000 members in more than 160 countries, and through its highly cited publications, conferences, technology standards, and professional and educational activities. And out of this number of total 419,000, some 107,000 members, they are the student members. And this figure stands around 1/4 of the global numbers of the total members globally. And remaining 3/4, means 75% of the members, they are the professional members, and these members come from every work sector, like 44% from private industry, 24% in academia, 11% in government and public, and 19% they are others. This particular category is comprising of retired professionals, self-employed, unemployed, and others who are continuously engaged in IEEE activities. So globally, this total IEEE network is distributed in 10 regions. We are in region 10. And globally, this comprises around 343 sections such as Uttar Pradesh section here in our case, 3,565 student branches at different colleges and universities, 2,615 section chapters, and around 3,200 student branch chapters which are dedicated for IEEE technical societies. And these society members are the members who are working together towards their similar interest, which are limited to one society activities. I'm happy that we have one IEEE student branch at GL Bajaj ITM, Greater Noida, which is performing very well under the leadership of Director Sir. And this IEEE Uttar Pradesh section, which I am representing here, was formed in 1992, 11th of May. So this is the day today. So we are around 41 years old today. And this IEEE Uttar Pradesh section is one of the 13 sections of the IEEE India Council located in Region 10. And you will not be surprised by knowing that there are so many countries which are having their section only. And this is the geographical size of the country, our country, that we are having a council here with 13 sections. But there are so many countries which are limited to their functionalities in form of a section only, like Denmark section, Singapore section. They are the whole countries, but their functioning is limited to in the volume of the work, volume of the volunteers, etc. That is to a different section. And one more figure that is quite dominating in the IEEE network, global network, that India has the second highest membership for professional members. I am talking about second highest membership beyond the USA, and it is 55,000 around. 2/3 of this number are the students, right? While I was talking with you earlier, when I am presenting the data, globally the student network is around 25%, but in our case, this is around 2/3, 66%. So that's why in Indian scenario, it is really different for us other than the global scenario, right? Global scenario is taking care of the professionals and their programs are more towards those activities. But inside India, we have to change our activities. Within Uttar Pradesh, we have to change our activities so that make it more specific and more useful, more progressive towards the students, right? Because they are the key stakeholders in our network. And here is the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge which we have is to go to the working engineers and students, we got more in number here, and reply their question. What can IEEE do for them? That is the challenge we have always and everywhere in our interactions. We talk about networking, meeting people, and so on. This is one of the examples, and this is a platform that we are sharing, and I'm getting an opportunity to interact with so many persons. Some are new, some are our old friends, with whom I am again meeting and energizing again. However, for the younger generation, to whom we see as a future leader, my one sentence answer is, IEEE gives a platform where you can learn about other things besides your area of focus. In this day and age, as a young engineer, you must be versatile. And that is the key word, that is the key expectation, because we do not know what type of skills will be required, what qualification will be required after 10 years for the jobs which are waiting for them in the future. Engineering, technology, sciences, social sciences, medical sciences, these all are the study of developments, progress, and new possibilities. And in this time, we are focusing this cross-discipline or interdiscipline activities which are being emerged as a new future career for the young engineers. But we develop our youngsters, we mentor them, we train them, and it is their responsibility also to develop them as a solution provider. Means that is problem solver. However, sometimes with least of the available resources. They must know other things which give them the tool to easily change the application of their knowledge for whatever reason or situation they are facing. And that is the platform which IEEE provides. As IEEE has 39 technical societies and 07 technical councils, IEEE creates an environment where members collaborate on world-changing technologies through its official platform that is named as Collaboratech, right? And their area of connection or interaction may be from computing and sustainable energy systems to aerospace, communications, robotics, healthcare, oceanic engineering, and more. Other than engineers, we have doctors, lawyers, managers, library science experts in IEEE membership. So this is the way, this is the platform where you can interact with multiple experts in their expertise domain with a experience range from 0 to multiple years. So in this way, IEEE members, you can find them as a community of technology and engineering professionals united by a common desire to learn, interact, collaborate, and innovate continuously. And that is the reason we are continuously engaged in organizing such platforms, such events which are technical in nature, which are open for the community, and we are continuously inviting them to participate. On behalf of our section, Uttar Pradesh section, I wish to express my appreciation that the organizers of ICTT 2023 had covered the range of issues in the area of engineering and technology, especially disruptive technology, using AI, blockchain, IoT, augmented reality, 3D printing, machine learning with their theory, methodology, and applications. The beautiful thing about ICTT 2023 is its truly international perspective for the delegates and participants, as disclosed by the conference organizers, that several participation from the foreign countries, they are present here to participate and discussions. I hope all the delegates will enjoy the discussions on making things better for humanity, embracing new challenges and developing networking with their peers. And a big thank you to all the authors, participants, reviewers, and steering committee members, and the members of organizing team for their hard work, passion, and commitment in shaping an exciting and high quality conference program. Also, I would like to convey my best wishes to the GL Bajaj ITM family and its leaders, especially Director Professor Manas Mishra ji, Professor Avasthi, Professor Sansar Singh ji, Dr. Jai Singh, Dr. Naresh, Dr. Satya Prakash, Dr. Nitin, and whole organizing team which I could find on the internet. I'm sorry, please excuse me if I'm not able to take names of any of you who have participated and continuously supported the organization of this team, Dr. Daruka, and the whole organizing team for their future endeavors to be successful and influential. I hope they will provide more such occasions and interactions with global leaders of technology, industry experts, researchers, and most importantly, our upcoming leaders, that is our younger colleagues. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for such extensive specifics about IEEE and for those encouraging words. I'm sure the team is motivated to make these 2 days more successful. Well, now I would like to introduce to you Professor M.M. Gore, sir, our next chief guest. Sir is a distinguished academician and researcher with expertise in broad range of topics related to computer science and engineering. He is currently a professor at Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology, Allahabad, India, where he teaches courses on data structures and secure e-commerce. With a PhD from IIT Kanpur and decades of experience in the field, Professor Gore has made a significant contribution to research in areas such as system issues, mobile and wireless computing applications, and computer applications in medical diagnostics. Please bring the welcome on stage, sir, with a big round of applause.
Okay, on the onset, thanks to Ms. Jayadi for introducing me. मंच पे आसीन आज के मुख्य अतिथि आचार्य श्रद्धेय दुर्ग सिंह चौहान जी, मेरे कनिष्ठ बंधु आचार्य आशीष कुमार सिंह, इस संस्थान के निदेशक मानस कुमार मिश्रा जी, कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट के विभाग अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर संसार सिंह चौहान, डॉक्टर नरेश, डॉक्टर अवस्थी फैग एंड पे है। मैंने शुरुआत हिंदी में की क्योंकि इस प्रदेश की और देश की राजभाषा हिंदी है। तत्पश्चात मैं पुनः आंग्ल भाषा में आऊँगा। सॉरी टू but I did just take the names actually, those who are on the dais, and just to say my regards to all of these over there. See, the kind of a topic which we had for this particular conference, excellent topic. I really congratulate the team for putting this particular topic, and as Manas put up continuously on. You look at the growth of a small baby. I hope nobody records one's own, but must have seen the siblings and others in the family and around that how things happen. The mother puts the baby on this particular earth, and then the progress begins. And look at it. The nature makes you or ensures that after certain stage, the frustration begins and the baby starts changing the acts. Slow, steady, but not being satisfied with the kind of a condition he or she is being there. 3 महीने हुए, पलटना शुरू किया, just rolling around. 6 months, back forth, and then crawling, then getting on the 2 feet. Look at it. Who is prompting this disruption? The divine, the mother nature. And I hope each one of you who are being here and around the globe looking at the things online should be encouraging the inherent human nature to persist on, so as to disrupt what it is being actually right now and to change for the better. And once you start doing that, you will be an innovative one. You would be somebody who will be going to come up with new ideas which are much, much better than what we are getting today. So thanks for having such a nice topic over here. Look at it, any stuff. See, music industry. We had in 1930s long playing record, and they had 50 years stay. But we understood. Fast forward nahi hota, backward nahi hota. So cassettes arrived, but you never had the control over there. Within 20 years, you had ACDs, audio CDs. Now, my all young students are streaming. She's smiling, but that's what exactly. So this is what exactly happens. We want ease of life, convenience, but make sure that you do not lose the track with the mother nature. Disruption there also happens. You see that particular one. That's how exactly the nature reacts. So congratulations for those authors who got their papers accepted here for the presentation. Encouragement for all those who could not successfully get entry over in this particular conference, but will make sure disrupt their minds further to improve upon their work and get the next chance. Okay, have your time nicely being spent over here for the 2 days. Huge amount of interactions. The more the interaction you do, better it would be for you. Thanks a lot for the organizations for asking me to be over here. Thanks to both of my PhD students. The director, Professor Manas Kumar Mishra, and head of the department, Professor Sansar Singh Chauhan, for inviting me for the first time. It's my maiden trip for this particular institution. Very nice institution, pleasant environment. और दुल सिंह चौहान जी का आज साथ मिला, सर बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद बनाए रखिए. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for bringing out such natural examples of disruptions. I'm sure the theme of the conference is very clear to the audience now. Well, it is with great pleasure that I would like to now introduce Professor Durg Singh Chauhan as Honorable Chief Guest for this event. A renowned academician and accomplished leader in the field of higher education, Professor Chauhan has a distinguished career spanning over 4 decades. He has served as a former Vice Chancellor of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, AKTU, Lucknow, and has also held leadership positions at various other esteemed universities in India, including Uttarakhand Technical University, Lovely Professional University, and JP University of Information Technology. So please, with a big round of applause, welcome on the mic, Honorable Chief Guest Sir, Dr. D.S. Chauhan.
I'm very thankful to the organizers of IEEE. Sometime, I was just visiting Rutger University once in Picard's Way. There is a one small office of the IEEE. In those days, in '88, almost 34 years before. And I was just cutting joke to that lady who was sitting on the dais. I told her that because of you I have come here, but it's a very small place. Huh? She told me, small places also, can take a shape, universally known, as IEEE known everywhere. And when we were students that time, publishing paper in IEEE, it was just like an honor in India, at least what I felt. I was working in NASA 88 to 94, that time. First time, though we were taught in IIT Delhi by Dr. Bhatt, he was our professor of particularly this artificial intelligence. In those days, Lisp was the only language. But you are teaching 8 hours, 9 hours continuously, never, So I thought that he will disrupt, I think, the entire knowledge we had. Only will end up in PI, this AI. And we were all joking about him because he was always busy teaching that particular one book from morning to evening. And those days, computer science was just taking the shape in IIT Delhi because most of the professors from the electrical engineering, they went to computer science. Dr. Maheshwari, Bhatt, Vishwas, everybody just left. Ibrahim Shah, they were all from electrical and they went to. But when I saw today, because now I am almost completing my 74, so must be quite younger to me. But when I see everybody here, I also feel, somebody told me, never feel old till 100 years of age. So then somebody was there also 90 years, you told. I don't want 100 years, you know. My all son, daughters, grandson, nobody is here. I'm alone. Then I told him alone is better than bad company. Why you want to live with the worldly people? But today I am really, whatever that time because it was a new university, everybody was venturing to start institutions. And they were not knowing what is IEEE. And you will surprise that none of them had even engineers in their home. While we were writing with Dr. Kaha, you know, a commentary on the ICTE working and how to reform it. That time she told, Dr. Chauhan, you did not stop these ICTE people. They have given intake of 20 lakhs to the engineers. The number of the, intake of the BTech is 20 lakhs in this country. And 1 lakh around post-graduation. And then he was telling, then what will happen to this country? All the people will be engineers. I told him in the Greek, if you just see the literary there, the problem solvers were the engineers. In our young age, we have read, necessity is the mother of invention. And now it is reverse. You innovate, somebody will have the necessity. The things has already gone on the reverse order. And now it becomes just like, if you go in any interview, because vice chancellor means he is always sitting in the interviews. So somebody told me, interview is a very different kind of, the platform. You can ask a boy, what is the name of your father? He will tell, yes, this is the name of. Then he will ask, what is the name of my father? So I don't. Then I will not select you. So he told that unless you will not know what is in the mind of the person sitting opposite to you for selecting you, very difficult. So you have to innovate everything, artificially or maybe really, what could be possible in the mind of that person who is going to select me. It happens, It happened with me also. I am telling you, I passed my written examination of IES in 72. So I came from Varanasi to Delhi for appearing for my UPSC that interview. And the member of the commission was that UPSC, Dr. Sampath. You were there. IIT Kanpur, I think director also. Was, I think after 14 years or more. He was asking all the questions. First, why your face is looking just like a black? I told because I came by train and train is run by the pole and because of maybe a pole. He asked 100 questions at least in 30 minutes only on the pole. I told sir I am electrical engineering graduate. So what? I am electronics and engineering MSc, he told me. What I should, because I told that he will not select me. There was one book, in our first year, industrial chemistry, in which only water and coal was taught us. In those days when we were students. I don't know nowadays. So whatever I was remembering, I was just, responding from that book. Because it was, I also read 6 years before when that time 5 years integrated course was the BTech. He told I will select you, don't bother. Because your written examination is good. But you never lose your patience and the temper. I was just, digging you. But nowadays, if you don't respond, at least 5 questions, they will reject you. और 2 questions here. ठीक है, कुछ नहीं आता, जाओ. Now we have to innovate everything, all directions. Even I was in NASA that time. I was MTech control systems. But the remote controls, everybody leave. What the need of the remote control? Mostly feedback control system. But yogi that we designed, that Pathfinder, in those team we were. Artificial intelligence algorithms were taking, the entire image processing, communicating us, and then we were, motivating our Pathfinder to go this side or that side, and we want to find out, the new things. Very critical, complex algorithms over there, all artificial intelligence. So I thought that the day I will leave this place, I will never teach this subject. I decided in my mind that AI I will never teach, because this is the most, unnecessary thing. The people will feel that why you are teaching us. But after 30 years, now I'm finding every side, AI and that machine learning and all that. After 30 years, in those days when Dr. Bhatt was teaching us, we were all commenting upon him. And then when I was working in NASA, I was appreciating him, but because I was getting dollars, salary in dollars. So I was thinking that because of him now I am getting my salary. So I wrote to him also, because sir, you have taught us, so now I am perfectly okay. When I came here, then I decided I will never teach AI. Whole this world, innovations. Whenever anything new will come, the old will go. Even the generation also come and go. Your teachers will also, because you can respect your teacher, but you cannot replicate that, yes, whatever my teacher taught, I will teach you. Not possible. You have to always new teacher. You cannot take dip in the same, water, in a flowing water, because it is already gone. Always new water will come. Similarly, you cannot teach the same thing to hardly fundamental principles you can teach. But fundamental principles, how long they will go? Nobody is interested, in those fundamental researches. I have seen that Maxwell's thesis only 56 pages. I was in NASA, so the smallest book I saw, I thought, let us see what is this book. And then I saw it, the PhD thesis of the Maxwell. And Nayan's big book on electromagnetic theory, this book and this, Innovations always going on. The person who has founded those principles, you have to leave them. You can just keep as a platform and take off. As today, the monkeys, they don't know the language of the humans, and people say they are our forefathers. Yeah. One day the forefathers will forget the language of the coming generation. Even the economics will change. I know that when this IoT was very much used in America, only for opening gate, or just from the distance you can close your TVs, or you can just, take some program. When the Bible inform you that this program is coming, all right, you just take it. I will just come and see it. That was the only, nothing else. But now just you see the billions of devices designed. The disruption shall automatically come. The other things will go. Somebody told that's Nobel Prize, this laureate, this Nobel Prize, the creator. He invented this, plywood. And no furniture without plywood was possible in the world. How much the business he generated. The wood, nobody was, purchasing, but the plywood furnitures were, very useful for that. So it is beautiful, looking good, this, that, The soul is gone inside, only the face was seen. But how much, I was just counting one day just in the night, how many great research has been done since 1960s. The average was only 2. The whole world has been changed by hardly 40 plus 22, hardly 64, the researchers. Innovations we are all, collectively doing. But those who are transforming the whole world, they are hardly 1 or 2. The average is 2 every year. It is not multiplying of 2. वो हिंदी में किसी लड़की ने पूछा तुमको 2 का पढ़ा आता है लड़के से, उसने कहा मेरे को नहीं आता, तो ठीक है मैं तुमसे शादी नहीं करूँ. When you cannot multiply even the 2, innovations are like this. Even in America sometime, in NASA also, we were, in a crisis of finding new ideas. We were collecting dreams, what could be possible technology out of this dream. How much is idea is important. You cannot even think idea. What is the idea? कुछ भी दे दो यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? But you can see how many possible innovations have been done. You may have fancy, but they are doing the research on that. Even these, sometimes you will go to the pools, the mohalla में जाएगा, कोई नहीं जानता कुछ भी. He will collect after 7 days. Good idea came. We can do this. So the entire world now, but it has also condition. Just like a language is a geophysical condition. The Malaysians will speak some language, Philippines some, Indians some, because of geophysical conditions. The geology and physical conditions are changing accents. Even English has got a lot of variations. My PA was from the Iran. She was telling, sir, my accent is a little different. Don't bother. We all have a different accent. Even Americans, after going and attending some conference in England, they asked, she is speaking in French or English? No, it's English. But how do you know this is English? I am not understanding. Accent, because of accent, it happens. My boss, John Branis, he was from Czechoslovakia. Why you speak always in grammatical English? He was asking me. Because Indians learn from the grammar. Always commenting upon me. One day he told one of the boys, he was staying with me from America, don't give this boy, he speaks slums. English slang or very good English, we don't know what difference. यहाँ तो पता लगता है भोजपुरी कैसी है, ब्रजभाषा कैसी है, वहाँ इंग्लिश नहीं पता लगता हम लोगों को. Similarly, you can see the variations. These now artificial intelligence will have a communication platform. All the accent will merge and give clear communication. Innovations, just you can see how the humanity, you can just perceive, perceptions, communications. Disruption means only a new thing has come. अंडा को अंडा ही नहीं रहना है, वो मुर्गी भी बन सकती है, मुर्गा भी बन सकता है. Innovation is like that. The conception is there, conceptions are there, but ultimately useful technology, productive technology. Because economics means whatever you have the productions, evaluated, some cost is given. I was in DST for a few years. How to evaluate the cost of the, softwares? That was a big problem for us. Because we were always purchasing, the bulk of the software from different countries. But what should be the negotiation for the right kind of the evaluation of that software? That was also, assignment for us. You can found throughout across the world, America has tremendous problems compared to India, even within their own technical, what you call it. Because we were attached with the Pentagon, so I know that how much problem they had in those days, not today. One of the professors from this series, electronic stuff, she was telling her they are all fools. They don't understand whatever you. अच्छा बने रहो. You will be intact here. Till you will think that they are the fools, you will always get better salary. Now you can see Indians in America. When we were there in 30 years before, or 34 years before, the number was X, now it is 10X. Because you are taking lead because of your innovative IQ. Indians can, without seeing the electron, you can work, whole life. You speak on electron, proton. You have never seen. Indians, by imagination they can do anything. मेरे सपनों की रानी हमेशा यहाँ दिमाग में रहती है. Innovations are always in the mind. So I think this is a very good platform. IEEE has done a tremendous job for bringing, researchers, and India is the 1/6 of the whole world. So you have responsibility of innovating 1/6 of the whole world. Unless highly dedicated people will not. You just go and move. Because in NASA, I was not very good in, what you call research. So what I was doing, I was just collaborating. I was just going various universities, giving them fund, and then collecting their research, what they have done, then presenting in the NASA. So it is a very easy job for Indians, just collect, others' idea and then present. And they will give you credit. Yes, you are a very good, in research. But now what we have to do, we have to find out what the entire world is doing. Because this plagiarism check is because it was repeated. प्रोफेसर JNU का है, करमेशु बोल रहे थे एक बार, यार मेरा पूरा ही पेपर किसने छाप दिया. So this is possible, but now we are finding this should not be possible. So everybody asking first, when it was a similarity check, then it was plagiarism. It is a kind of a blame, you have plagiarized. अब तो प्रोफेसर भी घबराता है कि मेरे पेपर में, मेरे स्टूडेंट के पेपर में मेरा नाम है, आई शुड नॉट बी कॉट. वो बार बार कह रहे हैं देख लो यार कहीं ऐसा ना हो मेरा नाम करा. So innovation will be very pure, The era is coming, and then there will be a few people. जैसे कुछ लोग होते हैं ना दूसरे की बात, वो कार्टेशियन कोऑर्डिनेट पहले पोलर कोऑर्डिनेट में, ये न्यूटन रेफसन मेथड के कुछ नॉनलीनियर प्रोग्रामिंग होते. तो वो गया इंग्लैंड में, उसने देखा एक कार्टेशियन में कर रहा है, तो यहाँ का एक पेपर पब्लिश कर दिया IIT खड़गपुर का था. So he was talking how Indians can just visualize. I thought it was my original idea. The paper came from the IIT Kharagpur. When we can see God, which is all pervading but living in the Vaikunt. So all the papers we can address. Don't bother. Indians are very sharp in that. So many things now at our responsibility that we should lead the whole world. But very honestly, because Indians, as Vivekananda told, honesty is not the best policy. Honesty must be practiced as a religion. And if you are perfectly honest, I think then your research will be very useful. Patent, publication, promotion, professor, all these are P only. But perpetually you have to innovate. And you have to contribute that none has contributed. Just I recently visited in 2014 my section of NASA. They told, whatever you were promoting us, would have been here, we would have gone very. मैंने कहा, it is very good for praising. मैंने जब छोटा मैं था तो मेरी कोई बुराई करता था तो मुझे बड़ा बुरा लगता था, और प्रशंसा करता था तो मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता था. होता है ना, कोई अच्छा कह दे, जैसे अभी मानस मेरे लिए बोल रहा था ना, मुझे बड़ा अच्छा. So research also, needs a lot of praise. And this is the platform where you will get a lot of impetus. If everybody will appreciate everybody's research will progress. And I think you have very good future. With all the research is not a one, the best cannot beat the all rest. He has to be beaten by the rest. So collectively we can do better, always better than individual. So there must be a, in Sanskrit also, vade jayate tattam hoda. The moment you interact with others, you will have more deep, certain knowledge. Otherwise, knowledge will be very filthy. Only just praising yourself, nobody else will praise you. वो चाणक्य ने कहा है ना कि अपनी प्रशंसा खुद करो, तो उस अपंग बच्चे की तरह से है जिसे कोई लाइक नहीं करता, केवल आप ही लाइक करते, क्योंकि आपने पैदा किया. लेकिन आप दूसरे की प्रशंसा करो तो स्वस्थ बच्चे की तरह से है, कोई भी उसको अपने गोद में खिलाने लगेगा. Always praise, always appreciate others for they are contributing. Don't praise yourself, because it is just like a handicapped boy. You have to always have love for him, but nobody else will love. So appreciation, and do something that is appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such candid stories. Well, moving on, it is time to mark a major milestone for our conference. I would request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to please release the conference souvenir.
हर्ष साइड में होके थोड़ा सा साइड हो जाए करो, बोल दे अगर.
Ladies and gentlemen, souvenir for ICDT 2023. Thank you, everyone. It's time to honor our dignitaries. I would now request respected Director GLB ITM, Dr. Manas Kumar Mishra ji, to please felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Shri D.S. Chauhan ji, as a token of gratitude.
हर्ष नीचे से
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I would now request Dean Strategy, Dr. Shashank Avasthi, to please felicitate our guest of honor, Professor M.M. Gore. Thank you, sir. I would now request Dean Allied CSC, Dr. Naresh Kumar, to please felicitate the next guest of honor, Professor Ashish Kumar Singh. Thank you, sir. I will now request Dr. Rudra Pratap Oja, Professor and Planning Head, to felicitate our keynote speaker, Professor Alan Paul Estevan. Thank you, sir. I would now request Professor Satyendra Sharma, Head and Professor ECE, to felicitate our distinguished guest, Professor Parmanand, Dean Academics, Sharda University. Thank you, sir. I will now request the Conference Secretary, Dr. Shashank Awasthi, to please deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. I am here to give vote of thanks on the occasion of ICDT 2023. I will start my vote of thanks to dedicate some lines to our Honorable Chief Guest and Guest of Honors. कि शिक्षक की गरिमा मत भूलो, अमृत उसकी वाणी में, वह सच्चा जग निर्माता है, हित अनिहित हर वाणी में। इनकी कृपा दृष्टि से सारे मनोविकार मिट जाते हैं और जीवन फूलों सा मुस्काता पथ के कंकड़ हट जाते हैं। इनकी गुरुता गरिमा पाकर जग में कृष्ण महान बने और इनके ही गुणों को अपनाकर श्री रामचंद्र भगवान बने। याद रखो अध्यापक का अध्याय बदलता रहता है और पृथ्वी के ये दूजा ब्रह्मा इतिहास बदलते रहते हैं। आज मुझे ये लाइनें इसलिए याद आ गई, आज हमारे बीच इस एजुकेशन जगत, टेक्निकल एजुकेशन में की आधारशिला रखने वाले परम श्रद्धेय श्री DS चौहान जी हमारे मध्य हैं और आज मुख्य अतिथि के तौर पर यहाँ पर हैं। मैं उनका हार्दिक अभिनंदन वंदन स्वागत करता हूँ और साथ साथ उनका धन्यवाद भी उनको ज्ञापित करता हूँ कि उन्होंने अपने व्यस्त समय को निकाल कर यहाँ हमारे बीच आए और अपने शब्दों से हमें अभिभूत किया। मैं धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूँ परम श्रद्धेय डॉक्टर MM गोरे जी का। गोरे सर के बारे में डायरेक्टर साहब से बहुत कहानियाँ सुनी हैं मैंने। तो ये हमारा परम सौभाग्य है कि वी हैव डॉक्टर गोरे सर हेयर और आज हमें भी सर को सुनने का मौका मिला। थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर कमिंग हेयर। आई ऑल्सो एक्सप्रेस माई ग्रेटिट्यूड टू डॉक्टर आशीष सिंह जी, ऑनरेबल प्रोफेसर MNIT इलाहाबाद। इनसे हमारी बीच में चर्चा होती रहती है और हमारी जितनी भी कॉन्फ्रेंसेस हुई हैं अभी तक, हमारा इनके सर के साथ जो इंटरेक्शन हुआ, आई रियली अप्रिशिएट हिम, आई रियली रिस्पेक्ट हिम, द वे ही सपोर्ट आवर ऑल द कॉन्फ्रेंसेस। आई रियली ग्रेटफुल टू यू सर, रियली ग्रेटफुल टू यू। मैं चूँकि मुझसे संसार सिंह जी ने कहा कि साहब धन्यवाद आप ही देंगे क्योंकि इसमें आप ही माहिर हो, बाकी तो कोई तो दे नहीं, तो ये हमारी ड्यूटी है कि मैं यहाँ पर धन्यवाद ज्ञापित कर रहा हूँ। मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ सभी एडमिन स्टाफ का जिन्होंने इस कॉन्फ्रेंस को सफल बनाने के लिए हम बहुत दिन रात मेहनत की। और आई विल आल्सो thanks to all of the persons, all of the team members who indirectly support the conference or who work behind the curtains, or in a way we can say who packed the parachute of this conference, जिनकी वजह से हम survive कर रहे हैं। So हम सबको उनके लिए तालियां बजानी चाहिए जिसकी वजह से आज हम यहाँ पर हैं और ये conference सफल हुई है। मैं धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूँ सभी HODs का, आए हुए लोगों का, श्री परमानंद जी का, हमारे बड़े भाई श्री विष्णु शर्मा जी का, और जिनके भी नाम छूट गए हैं मैं माफ़ी चाहूँगा अगर कोई रह गया हो। तो मैं सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। एंड आई आल्सो express my gratitude to all the peoples, all the respected professors coming from Philippines, Malaysia and abroad. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming to India and welcome to India. अब मैं थोड़ा सा डिस्ट्रप्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी पे आता हूँ. डॉक्टर साहब ने पिछली बार सुना था टेक्नोलॉजी और पब्लिकेशन दोनों both are the interconnected things. What happened in India, I am 100% agree with the Honorable former Vice Chancellor Sri D.S. Chauhan Sahab. We are doing the publications rather than the research. Really we are doing the publications. सर ने कहा ना कि अभी वो JNU के प्रोफेसर थे कि साहब पूरा पेपर छाप दिया. तो वी आर डूइंग द पब्लिकेशन. जितना पब्लिकेशन हिंदुस्तान में हो रहा है या जितना भी हम पब्लिकेशन कर रहे हैं, अगर उसका 1% भी प्रोडक्ट हम बनाने में अगर आज वो हमारी रिसर्च अगर काम आ जाए तो हम नए भारत की परिकल्पना कर सकते हैं. अदरवाइज नए भारत की परिकल्पना करना हमारे लिए संभव नहीं है. क्यों? सर ने अभी कहा था कि वी हैव द टेक्नोलॉजी. पहले था आवश्यकता आविष्कार की जननी है, आज उल्टा हो गया है, बना दो कोई भी यूज कर लेगा. सही कहा सर ने. मैं सर एक कहानी अपनी ही जो हमने ये डिस्ट्रप्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी पे ही एक बात करता हूँ. आई हैव अ चाइल्ड बेबी बॉय. मैंने सबको पिछली बार बताया था इसी मन से कि टेक्नोलॉजी किस तरीके से हम लोगों पर हावी हो गई है. मेरा बेटा बार बार मेरे पास आता, कहता पापा ये डैडी दिस दैट कर रहा था. तो मैंने कहा आई एम नॉट योर फादर. गुस्से में, डू योर वर्क, जाओ अपना काम करो, आई एम नॉट योर फादर. बच्चे ने तुरंत अलेक्सा ऑन किया, पूछा अलेक्सा हु इज माई फादर. यहां तक तो ठीक था, लेकिन मुझे दुख तब हुआ. आई एम वेरी सैड एट दैट टाइम दैट अलेक्सा सेज सॉरी आई डोंट नो हु इज योर फादर. मैंने पत्नी की तरफ देखा, मुस्कुराया, तो बोली अलेक्सा को यहाँ से हटा दो. मेरा कहने का मतलब है ये टेक्नोलॉजीज जो हैं हम पर हावी होती जा रही हैं. डिस्ट्रप्टिव टेक्नोलॉजीज़ की बात करें, अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजीज़ हैं जो इनकम्बेंट चीज़ें हैं. अगर हम उनको नए मार्केट शेयर्स के हिसाब से चलें तो वो टेक्नोलॉजी वास्तव में हमारे लिए बेनिफिशियल हो सकती हैं. जैसे एक उबेर आई थी, हम नहीं जानते कि ये वेदर इट इज़ डिस्ट्रप्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी और पार्सली डिस्ट्रप्टिव टेक्नोलॉजी, लेकिन उबेर है, एक ओला है, इन्होंने ज़िंदगी बदल दी. स्पॉटिफाई, आप लोग आजकल बहुत ऐड आ रहा है कि तेरे पास टाइम है मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है ना. वो जो दिल चाहता का एक गाना आ जाता है. तो दिस ये नेटफ्लिक्स है, स्मार्ट टेलीविजन है, दीज आर द डिस्ट्रप्टिव टेक्नोलॉजीज. हमारा ये कहना है कि स्टूडेंट्स को पहले प्रॉब्लम बताइए, फिर उस प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन बनाइए, उसका पेटेंट कराइए, फिर उसको पब्लिश कराइए, तब वो रिसर्च सक्सेस है. अदरवाइज आप दुनिया के कितने % में भी आ जाओ, कोई फ़ायदा नहीं. अगर आपकी टेक्नोलॉजी ह्यूमन बीइंग के जीवन को प्रभावित नहीं कर पा रही, उसको ईज नहीं कर पा रही, योर रिसर्च इज not meaningful in that sense. Thank you so much for coming, and once again thank you all.
Thank you everyone. I would now request you all to please stand up for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा. जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा. तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे. गाहे तब जय गाथा. जन गण मंगलदायक नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, everyone. I would now request our dignitaries to please move towards the foyer area for high tea.